Welcome to the Marketing Smarts Live Show by Marketing Pros and the Marketing Smarts Podcast, where we dive into B2B news, resources, valuable guest content, and much, much more each and every week. If you're a B2B marketer looking for a place to learn, keep up to date, and have some fun along the way, grab a beverage, a notepad, or at least some style of writing utensil, and welcome to the show. Hello to all my Marketing Smarts Live viewers today. I'm super excited to bring you episode 52 of the Marketing Smarts Live Show. This week's topic is all about how to build a successful go-to-market campaign plan. So if you're ready to get your learn on, buckle up and let's get ready to rock and roll. I'm your boy, George B. Thomas, speaker, trainer, catalyst, and host of this here show. I almost wanted to talk about bingo calling, by the way, because we literally just did bingo calling at the B2B forum. But anyway, catalyst and host of this here show, the Marketing Smarts Live Show, as well as the Marketing Smarts podcast, found on your favorite podcast app. Go download it, listen to it. It's going to be awesome. Our guest clips today are brought to you by none other than Pam Didner. Pam Didner, a B2B marketer, speaker, author, and podcaster. Her expertise is in the strategic planning, B2B marketing, sales and marketing alignment, content marketing, sales enablement, and more. That's a lot of areas, but she is good at them all. Pam has written 3 books: Effective Sales Enablement, The Modern AI Marketer, and Global Content Marketing. She also has a podcast and YouTube channel, B2B Marketing, and more. Now, remember, the clips of Pam Didner today are pulled from the full Marketing Smarts podcast episode. And if you want to listen to the full interview with Pam Didner and myself, make sure to tune in to the Marketing Smarts podcast. Link to the full show will be in the description below after this live show ends. Now, in this episode, again, we're talking to Pam, and we're talking about how to build a successful go-to-market campaign plan. In this episode of the live show, I'm doing things a little bit differently than normal. If you usually watch the show, listen, building a go-to-market campaign plan can be difficult. So today, I'm starting with the hurdle question. That's right. I asked Pam what hurdle she has seen get in the way of marketers in the past. And here's what she wanted to share with you.
There are several, and because it does take 6 to 8 months to build go-to-market plan in general. Of course, you can, if the product is, let's assume you are a small team, you don't have a lot of budget and or whatnot, and you create it in a very short period of time, it can happen too. So, but in general, one of the hurdles tend to be time. Okay, do you give yourself enough time to actually kind of put the plan together? That's number one. Number two is lack of budget. And I know a lot of management folks, they will say, marketing, we need to launch this product. We need to do go-to-market. But they say it without actually giving additional budgets for the marketing people to actually do that. And for anyone create go-to-market plan, here's my number one advice. If you actually have one takeaway from this, is don't do go-to-market plan unless you have budget. You're going to fail. I hate saying that. Okay, there's only so much you can do organically. There's only so much you can do with your small team. There's only so much too you can reach out to influencer to give you freebies. But no budget, no go-to-market. It's that simple. Okay, I'm not trying to be cynical. I'm just state the fact. So lack of budget, go fight for your budget. This is very critical. Okay, B2B marketers, we are all nice people. We don't like to fight, but you have to go present it and appeal and get your budget. That's number one. Number two is because you have 6 to 8 months and then you're working through your go-to-market plan. But in the meantime, the product's still being developed. The product is not finalized. So the product, some features are added, some features are not added. There's a constant changing of the features that will impact the positioning and also messaging of your go-to-market plan. So that frustrates the heck out of many go-to-market marketing managers. They just hate that because, oh my God, I need to change that again. Did we just say that we are going to have that as our key features and key talking point? And then 3 weeks later, it's changed. So that's one thing. In addition to change, another thing that changes all the time is the dates. The pull in, the pull out, and the pull out, the push out, pull in and push out. The pushed out, I worry less. It's pulling. All of a sudden, you're like, the launch day October. No, wait a minute. The launch day is the first week of September.
First week of September or whatever date it is for you. But question, are you giving yourself the right time to get your plan together? Do you have the budget or are you lacking the budget? Listen, I don't think Pam was being cynical. I agree. Fighting for your budget is a crucial step. Ladies and gentlemen, there is only so much you can do, so make sure you're setting yourself and the company up for success with your go-to-market plan. Marketing Smarts Live viewers, have you fallen prey to any of these go-to-market hurdles? Put the answer to that in the chat pane or let me know on Twitter using the hashtag MPB2B, and of course, tag me using @George B. Thomas. We'll get back to Pam Didner and her thoughts on how to build a successful go-to-market campaign plan. But first, I have to ask, are you part of the Marketing Profs community? If not, become part of the Marketing Profs community by heading to mprofs.com/MP today. That's mprofs.com/MP today. Now, it's time for one of my favorite sections in the B2B News, where we talk about breaking B2B news or essential tips we find on the Google News tab related to you and your B2B business. This week, the title is How Marketers Are Rewriting Their B2B Playbooks to Win Over a New Generation of Decision Makers, and it was found on digiday.com. Now, the need for B2B companies is to differentiate themselves in the eyes of prospects and clients has never been greater, and the data-driven marketing tools to do so have never been more robust. However, legacy B2B mindsets, protocols, and practices can take a lot of work to break, resulting in a sea of sameness regarding messaging and tactics within many B2B categories. As a new generation of decision makers takes the helm, B2B organizations must fundamentally rewrite their marketing playbook, starting with the data that powers them. The B2B organizations that thrive in the near future will be the ones that innovate around company structure, preferred channels, and how they communicate with their buyers. Want to keep learning more from this article? Then follow the link in the description after the live show ends. So let's get back to Pam Didner and her Marketing Smarts podcast episode. Now that we know the hurdles most have faced or could face, I wanted to see what success looks like. So I asked Pam how we know we have reached a go-to-market plan that equals success. And here's what Pam had to say on that question.
It actually depends on your go-to-market plan objectives, and it's very much objective-driven. And in some cases, if it's a big enterprise, they launch a product and with a massive product launch around the launch plan around the world, it's not necessarily right away the sales. Is the indication of the press coverage, the analyst pickup. Right, but for SaaS, the product launch or go-to-market has a lot to do with the number of trial runs they can pick up or number of the free trials they can pick up, and then in some cases that you do a soft launch, which is you launch existing products with additional features that can be sales inquiries that people would like to do upgrade. So it really depends on your go-to-market objectives. And my recommendation on that specifically is have a very much in-depth conversation with your management and also sales team. Because ultimately, your go-to-market plan needs to impact sales somehow, right? So have a conversation with your management, understand what kind of success metrics they envision, they have in mind, and that you somehow align with that. It may not be 100%, but you need to somehow align with that. So that would be my recommendation in terms of, hey, have a conversation with your management to determine your go-to-market plan objectives, and then your success metrics should be part of objective-driven measurement.
Like many marketing conversations, I love that Pam's first answer was, well, George, it depends. Anyway, I love the idea of internal conversations with management and sales. And I love that Pam gave you some things to think about around that it depends answer. I love knowing the objectives and out of that, the success metrics that we might be looking for. Do you make sure to have those items in place when you're creating your go-to-market campaigns? I hope so. Now, we'll get back to Pam Didner in a few minutes, but first it's time for some dope B2B learnings from the Vault of Marketing Profs articles. That's right. It's time to dig into the treasure trove of valuable information and pull out 2 pieces of gold to help you be a better B2B marketer. Article number 1 this week is How to Avoid 6 Common Pitfalls of the Launch Process by J. Mark Carr. That was not easy for me to say, but let's continue on with the article. Launching new products, services, or segments is the lifeblood of growth for most organizations. Yet, despite its importance, the launch process is often mishandled or assigned inadequate resources. We may have talked about that. Many of the mistakes that companies make are basic yet frighteningly frequent and consistent across various types of businesses and industries. Want to learn 6 common fault lines in the launch process that every company should be looking out for? Then follow the link after the live show ends. Article number 2 this week, How to Craft Compelling Reason to Buy Messaging by Tricia Winter. A compelling reason to buy is not an elevator pitch, although it should be. Sales thinks of an elevator pitch as explaining what the product does, whereas a compelling reason to buy explains the benefit that the target audience will realize with your product. And the name, as the name implies, it is a more compelling way to capture interest. The concept behind a compelling reason to buy can be found in Jeffrey Moore's Product Development and Marketing Standard, Crossing the Chasm. Tricia Winter simplified those concepts to create an easy exercise that you can use with clients, whether startups that you need to go to market messaging or enterprises that have lost their focus. The exercise ensures that any messaging created will help capture the attention of the target audience. You know that's what you want. And you also probably know that you want to keep learning more. And if that's the case, check out the link in the description below after the live show to get access to both fantastic Marketing Profs articles. All right, back to Pam Didner. Let's dig or dive, whichever words you like, back into this conversation of how to build a successful go-to-market campaign plan. There is, of course, more than just what we can cover in this short show about go-to-market plans. Pam shared a lot of her thoughts at a very special event that happened recently. Were you there? Well, let's take a look.
You know, George, I'm doing a workshop. I'm also doing a session. I'm doing both. So, George, like you indicated, I'm doing a go-to-market plan workshop, and I will share the detailed templates that you can use. I also will share some of the know-how, specifically in terms of how you can address the questions of getting additional budgets. I would answer any question you have. I mean, any question you have about go-to-market plan, and I'm not kidding. And another thing I would like to talk about is how do we create service-oriented go-to-market plan? Service tend to be a category that that's overlooked in terms of how to create go-to-market plan. I want to have a point of view and share that as well. And in addition to that, like I said, I have a session, and it's really talking about how you can quantify marketing ROI. If you are interested about that topic, please do come to Boston and attend B2B Forum.
So, if B2B Forum already happened, why am I sharing this? Well, if you head over to Marketing Profs and sign up for a pro account, you can get access to a webinar series on how to build a successful GTM marketing plan presented by Pam Didner. That's right. It's not the first time she's done a workshop. With this session, with the sessions in that, like your product and distribution, what to prioritize in marketing, enable sales to close the deal, and putting your GTM plan together. Those are 4 different webinars that put this group together. So head over and sign up for that Marketing Profs Pro account to keep learning more from Pam Didner. Now, we'll get some words of wisdom from Pam here in a few minutes, but right now, it's time to turn the spotlight on you, the Marketing Profs community. Yep, time for From the MP B2B Community. We searched far and wide in the hashtag MPB2B universe to find amazing information and conversations to bring to you, the masses. So first, make sure you're using the hashtag, and second, make sure you have fun and add value to the community along the way. Then we'll spotlight you or your crew on the show. This week, it's at Data or at Data on Twitter, X, whatever. It goes a little something like this. It's been a couple of days, amazing days, might I say, for Jeff Martin and Troy Romano at Improv's Events B2B Forum in, you guessed it, Boston. They've had the opportunity to meet with lots of great people, attend insightful sessions, and gain lots of valuable knowledge. Hashtag MP B2B. The B2B Forum was amazing, ladies and gentlemen, and if you have never been, you need to try and join us next year. Marketing Smarts viewers, are you going to be next to get the spotlight like at Data? Remember, community, use the hashtag MPB2B on the Facebook, the LinkedIn, the Twitter, the X, whatever you want to call it. Use it anywhere. I'm looking for the hashtag, and then get the light shined on your awesomeness in the next episode or a future episode of the Marketing Smarts live show. Pro tip, it won't hurt if you tag me in your post as well. I'm at George B. Thomas on LinkedIn and X or Twitter. It's so hard to change the name of that. Let's kick it back to Pam Didner and some words of wisdom around this topic of how to build a successful go-to-market campaign plan. Here's what Pam Didner wanted to leave you with when it comes to words of wisdom.
If you are frustrated with your go-to-market plan, you are frustrated with your management constantly changing direction, you are frustrated with your product team that unable to give you clear answers in terms of your value propositions of the new product, I would like to let you know you are not alone. A lot of time, we B2B marketers, we work so hard and we are inside the company and we don't necessarily have that support from our peers unless we attend a conference. And sometimes in the moment, you are so frustrated, you feel that, oh my God, I'm the only one have that problem. No, that's not true. I want to let everybody know that the problem that you have, we all have it. So from time to time, it's okay. Just, pat yourself in the back and say, you know what? It's okay. This happened to everybody, not just me. You have to tell yourself that. Otherwise, you get deflated very quickly. And especially doing marketing, it's never easy in the world of digital and the modern era. So take a break, drink a lot. Tea. And, and just keep it arm's length sometimes. Do the best you can. And don't feel that you are the only one struggling. You are not. I struggle all the time, by the way. So,
at first, I thought that maybe Pam was talking about Mad Men when she said drink a lot. But hey, she meant tea. For me, that's probably sweet tea or a nice little warm cup of coffee. But the question is, are you frustrated? Guess what? You're not alone. Those words can sometimes help us get by and not feel alone just by hearing them. I love how Pam says you have to take a break and say, it's okay. Have you enjoyed today's journey? Let us know. Use that hashtag MPB2B on whatever platform you are joining us on. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Time flies when you're having fun. Head to the description below. Click on the links to the full Marketing Smarts podcast with Pam Didner and keep on learning more about how to build a successful go-to-market campaign plan. Remember, these were just a few clips of the original Marketing Smarts podcast interview. And if you got value from today's show, hit that like, or better yet, share it with a coworker or a friend. To keep learning more, hit subscribe or watch additional Marketing Pros videos on your favorite social channel, or head over to our YouTube channel if you're not there yet. Or you can go tune into the original Marketing Smarts podcast episode on your favorite podcast app. Don't forget to become part of the Marketing Pros community by heading over to mpros.com/MP today. That's mpros.com/MP today. And as always, remember to be a happy, helpful, humble B2B marketing human. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Marketing Smarts live show. Well, not next week because I'll be on vacation, but probably the week after that we'll be back. Enjoy.